No problem.
So I've just started to record now. So we're looking into tomorrow's game for the Champions League. Obviously, it's a really big one. Can't afford to fall out of that competition because that may be our only chance to get Champions League football next season. How high are your hopes that we will go on to win this thing?
I mean, obviously, I would be in very high hopes tomorrow because, yeah, despite our bad form, you just can't help but to hope that you do good.
Mm,
And Champions League is our thing. Like we have a lot of famous European nights, and it would be a waste if we just let it go. So I hope the team would do something to turn
yeah,
this around, to turn our bad form around.
yeah. Hopefully, this is the turning point. We say that every game, and it doesn't end up happening. I think we won against Sheffield United, and none of us felt anything after the win of that game because it was Sheffield. So maybe Leipzig will be a bigger boost for us. Um, Going into this game, I did put a poll up on Twitter. I didn't know if you saw that one. We obviously have a 2-0 lead in this game. I just wanted to ask that question that I put up on Twitter to you now. How would you feel if we lost the game yesterday but went through on away goals?
That would be disappointing.
Mm,
Yeah, I would be glad that we went through the next round, but yeah, I mean, going into every game, obviously, you would be hoping for your team to win, right? So,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, if that were to happen, it wouldn't give me any boost that will go far in the competition. Like, yeah, we might have got through this stage, but what's it going to be like going forward if we're not winning any games? Um, so let's look at the personnel now about who might join us. Obviously, the front three look like very promising because obviously Firmino's out. I think Millie might be out as well. Um, is there anyone else I'm missing?
I think that's all.
Just them
Yeah.
two, yeah. Okay. So obviously Firmino being out, let's talk about that for a second because I saw on Twitter everyone was kind of not celebrating per se, but saying it's a blessing in disguise for someone like Jota to come through. Do you agree with this sort of blessing in disguise? Because personally, I don't. It's another body that's lost to injury. What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
Firmino's injury?
I think it's actually a loss. Like
Mm,
we need more. I mean, our forwards are all not in their best at the moment, and I think Firmino, even if he's not starting, he's actually a very great option off the bench.
mm, exactly.
Like
And
obviously, if you look at the bench, you would obviously pick Firmino over Origi, right? So
exactly.
yeah, it's a waste that he's not there. Even if he's not starting, he should be a very good option off the bench. So it's a waste that he's not available for tomorrow.
Exactly. And I'm thinking he was there during our 2-0 win against Leipzig, was he not?
Yes,
So,
it was our usual front three.
mm, by the way, I also missed out Henderson. He's out as well. Obviously, we knew that for a long time, but he was also a very important person in the first leg, which we don't have in the second leg. So, how confident are
Yeah,
you going into this game knowing we'll have a few people missing?
I think if we pick the right personnel into the game, then we have a very good chance actually.
And we will talk about the lineup soon. I just wanted to get another thought. I think there are rumors going around that Angelino might be injured. I'm not 100% sure on that. Every time I check Twitter, it's not there, but people keep saying it. Not
Oh,
officially
I haven't seen
anyway.
that yet.
No, but it's just rumors for now. How much of a boost would that be if that were true?
Uh, yeah, from opposition view, it would be a
Mm,
boost for sure because he's easily one of Leipzig's standout player this
mm,
season,
mhm,
and he's a threat. He, even during the past tie when we played Leipzig, he was a very huge threat. He keeps going behind our defense,
mm.
and so yeah, if he's not there, if he's not available, I wish him to get well soon. But for Liverpool point of view, it's a huge boost for sure.
100%. And obviously I don't want to wish any injury on anyone, especially a team that haven't done anything horrible against us. But hopefully he recovers soon. But I would like it to be true just
to not
because,
see him tomorrow.
yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's go on to the lineups now because obviously we don't know what they are here. But who are you starting in goal? I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, Alisson should start.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Yeah,
he's the best we have.
yeah, 100% Alisson in goal. I don't know if you caught the training video earlier today, but did you see Ali in goal there?
I didn't see him in goal, but he was in the pictures.
Right. Well, I was watching some like it was just a tiny clip, and he didn't look that great, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
He was
I don't know whether it's his mood or his fitness, but yeah, he didn't look 100% great.
Yeah, he just didn't look bothered. I mean, it was just a little tiny, like I would say about 20 seconds in the session, but I wouldn't worry about it. But he didn't look very bothered in that little clip that I saw of him. Anyway, Alisson in goal, that's 100%. Right back, who are you playing at right back? Another obvious one.
100% Alexander Arnold.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously we can't go with Nico given the
I
past
wouldn't bet.
game. So
Yeah. I mean, like, this is a big game and we need to play our best.
yeah,
We need to use our best personals and yeah,
yeah,
obviously Trent.
100%. Um, let's go with the left back because that's another obvious one. I don't know if it is an obvious one because some people might start Simicast, but for me personally, I know Robbo needs a break, but I don't think this is the game to rest him. I would pick
Yeah,
Robbo.
Robertson needs to play. This is
Mm,
not Fulham was the game for Simicast. This is not for Simicast. This is
100%.
obviously calling for Robertson to play.
Mm. If you were going to rest Robbo, it should have been the Fulham match, no matter what,
Yes.
because it clearly looks like that Klopp's going to put all of his eggs in one basket. And if that's the Champions League, then if you're playing teams like Fulham, with no disrespect, they played well against us, but we should be resting our first team players. And that includes Robbo, someone who started every game. So yeah,
Yeah.
Robbo for this game, I
I
think.
wish we'll I wish we'll get to see him rest soon. Just not
Mm,
tomorrow, but
yeah.
somewhere soon.
Wolves could be a good one. We could put, I mean, Neto, but still, I don't care. That would be a good one to rest him, I think.
Yeah. Just one of the game where he could catch a break.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so centre backs. What are you going with centre backs?
I'm going for Kabak and Phillips as a pairing for centre back.
Cool. Any reasons for such?
Uh, I think we just need to play centre backs at.
Mm,
We need to play natural centre backs at centre backs, and I think it will be a waste for Fabinho to play at centre back. So I
100.
think the best two options we have now at centre backs are obviously Kabak and Phillips.
Agreed. That would be my centre back pairing. Obviously, it's a little bit of a risk, but given what you guys were saying in the previous podcast, how Fabinho being in midfield sort of swept up everything and didn't let the two centre backs see the ball, could be very good for us. Although I am very skeptical about Leipzig's attack, but hopefully it will go fine and we won't be too much on the back foot. So yeah, that would be my centre back pairing as well. Okay, moving on to midfield. Who are you starting?
Midfield is a tricky one. First of all, I would the one I would 100% start is Fabinho at defensive midfield.
Mm,
But I'm not sure whether to play Fabinho, Keita, Thiago, or Fabinho, Gini, Thiago, or maybe even Fabinho, Gini, Keita. I don't know which combination would be best.
that's an interesting one because obviously we've got a 2-0 lead. Speaking
Yes.
of that 2-0 lead, do you think we should go more defensive or should we be more on the front foot to extend the lead?
I think stability is the most important,
Mm,
but lean on being a little bit more offensive because I just don't see us defending the lead. So
that's-
I'd love
yeah.
for us to score actually. So I think
But-
that would make me want to play Keita, but
yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure actually whether I want stability or being more offensive.
We
What
are
do you
quite,
think?
I mean, we are quite an attack-minded team. Klopp is always about attack. So I think he would go for an attacking team. But I think it depends on what the priority is. Do we not want to concede goals, or do we want to just extend the lead as much as possible? And I think Klopp will go for the latter, to be fair, because he's not really keen on defensive football. So he might
Yeah,
play. I don't see him playing a Fabinho, Thiago, Keita, which is what I want. Because I see Fabinho going centre back. That's what Klopp will do. But for me personally, that was the midfield that I'd pick. But for what I think Klopp will do, probably Genie, Thiago, and Jones probably.
oh, yeah, that's a shout. Yeah, I
Or
could see
Keita,
Klopp
sorry.
doing that.
Yeah, but I
But
feel like Keita
uh,
won't start because he played
yeah,
90 minutes.
but my preferred midfield would be Fabinho, Thiago, and Keita. I know
Mm,
it won't happen, but that's my
yeah,
preferred midfield.
yeah. If we're going by what Klopp is doing, then he's probably playing Fabinho at centre back, and he's going to have
Yeah,
Thiago
and
and Gini in there. And the last
yes,
one, it's going to either be Jones or Keita. My hunch is saying that he will start Jones and Keita will come on, just because Keita did play 90 minutes against
90
Fulham.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yes, I could see that happening as well.
yeah. Okay. And the front three.
Yeah, the ones we have left, I would start Salah, Mane, and Jota.
Hmm.
I don't know if I would prefer saying Salah or Jota at 9.
Interesting. So let's talk about where you would play these guys, because obviously against Fulham they were playing different roles. Personally, what I would do is I'd put Salah right wing, Mane left wing, and Jota down the middle. But I don't know
Oh,
what.
just like Atalanta,
Sorry.
away.
Exactly. That 5-0.
Uh, yeah, that's a shout.
Mm.
Cause yeah,
What were you thinking?
uh, I think that will be the way we go because Mane and Robo had a good connection at the left, as well as Salah
Mhm.
and Trent at the right. And Jota it's not the best finisher, but obviously he's the best finisher in the club right now. So yeah,
Yeah,
I put him the closest to goal. So he was at 9.
I trust Joshua at 9 because of his off the ball movement. I mean, I was rewatching the Atalanta highlights, and the movement he was making, like going left, right, and confusing defenders, I think would be really good, especially for these Leipzig defenders who they proved to be a liability in the previous leg. So I'm kind of excited to see Jota down the middle again.
Yeah, Jota's movements are very good. He's very sharp, and his run-ins from behind is so spot on.
I just hope the midfielders and the fullbacks see the runs and make the balls going forward. Um, so yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. What do you think about tactics? How do you think we should approach this game?
Um, I think it will be the usual 4-3-3. Obviously, I think
Mm,
we just need to be more compact,
mhm,
especially in the midfield. Not let Leipzig make any ball between the lines.
mm,
And I don't want us to play highline, but obviously we will play highline.
yeah,
So I hope the midfield will play. I think the midfield tomorrow would play a very crucial role in determining our pace in the game.
absolutely. I agree. And I think midfield in our system has been really overlooked by our fullbacks, and they're creating their chances. Um, Midfield is such an important part in our system, and I was looking the other day actually at our overall system, and I've finally concluded that I don't think the problem is the system. It genuinely is just the players in that system. They're not suited for it. I don't think Thiago is suited for it personally. He will be when we have a when we have a full squad. He definitely will be coming in useful. But we need those workhorses in midfield in order for it to work, in my opinion. I don't know what you think.
I think Thiago works well when he have a proper defensive midfielder behind him.
Yeah,
Like during that Everton away game, we played a midfield of Fabinho, Thiago, and Keita, and he was the best easily. He
honestly.
was running the show because someone was covering for him, so he could push a little higher and
Mm,
at the same time control the tempo of the midfield. But yeah, he couldn't afford to do that now, obviously, because he's playing with midfielders like Genie and Jones, who couldn't actually provide him the backup that he needs.
exactly.
Yeah,
Which is why
I
I'm
could see
very,
him.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. Which is why I'm very keen on the Fabinho, Keita, and Thiago midfield.
yeah, I think that should be the midfield that we should go for tomorrow. But unfortunately, I can't see it happening.
Of course, yeah. Just to wrap up this little thing, it's a short one today. Score predictions. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do them, but what are you thinking?
I would go for 1-1.
1-1, yeah. Yeah, I see us conceding in this game. I don't see us scoring.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah, we haven't scored in a while, to be fair.
yeah, I mean it depends on what he plays tomorrow. Um, okay, I'm gonna go with a 1-1 as well.
Yeah,
Might
I
get a
could see us.
penalty or something. Yeah, sorry, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, I just could see us conceding because,
Yeah,
yeah, Thailand will obviously cost us tomorrow.
yeah, 100%. Anyway, this was a really short one today, so thank you so much for joining me at short notice. I'm sorry it was meant to be 5 o'clock, but changed it to 6. Thanks so much for joining me, Katie.
Yeah, no problem.